This Venezuelan TikToker bragged about coming into the US illegally and being a squatter, and he just got deported. I'm gonna give you guys all the details. Would you please, in return, subscribe to my channel? Thank you so much. In all of his videos, he is extremely cocky, so it's time. His time has finally come.
Sé que a ustedes no les duele.
I know that
mi
my
contenido.
content is not what hurts
Les duele.
you. It hurts.
Es que yo facture
What hurts is that I'm making so much
más que
money,
ustedes
more money than
sin
you,
necesidad
without the need,
de andar como
without being
esclavos.
slave.
Capichi?
You got
Esa
it?
es la diferencia tuya
That's the difference
y mía.
between you and
Que
me.
yo siempre voy a hacer
I will
dinero
always make a
sin
lot of
mucho
money
trabajo.
without a lot of work. It almost seems like this was a message to other Venezuelans who stayed. I mean, this is such a messed up message.
Tú un explotado.
You're being exploited.
Un miserable. ¿Sí me entiendes? Un poquitico. Yo siempre seré más que tú. Capichi, métete eso en la cabeza. Que no somos iguales. Mira.
Wow.
Lo que a ti te cuesta reunir $15,000 en 200 años, yo lo hago en par de meses. Capichi?
So this guy is basically bragging about how much money he was able to make by coming into the US illegally, and then he got deported, and so now he's back in the same exact place of all the people that he was trying to flex on, and it's just interesting to see how well that worked out. I mean, totally not worth it. And now probably most of the Venezuelans are not probably the biggest fans of this person. I mean, would you be a fan of this guy if this was the way he talked to you and was like, I'm so much better than you because I can make money so much faster and easier than you can? And it turned out he wasn't doing it the right way, and now he no longer has that opportunity. Here he is basically screaming and crying about his safety in the United States.
Estoy en peligro de muerte en United States.
I'm in danger of being killed in the United States.
Necesito protección.
I need protection in the United States. Okay, but then just a few months earlier, he was bragging about invading a house. I have thought about invading a house in the US.
Ya que me enteré que existe una ley que dice que si una casa no está habitada, podemos expropiarla. Capichi, muchachos, aquí en United States también se aplica la de invasión de terreno.
No, oh my gosh.
Y creo que ese será mi próximo negocio.
So like, that's the thing, is in some other countries, sometimes if there's just empty land, people will go and put sticks, or they'll build houses that are extremely cheap, just like sheet metal, and they'll just kind of stand it up there to try to claim that land. And then eventually they'll try to build a house. So that is one form of invasion. And sometimes they have to plant trees. You'll see just like mountains filled with trees in order to block people from doing this kind of thing. But other times, they will actually enter into people's houses, live there, and if they pay the taxes, then that house becomes legally theirs, or they can just break in and just be like, nope, this is my house now, change the locks. And there was actually stories of people breaking into people's houses and changing the locks on the doors and just claiming the house is theirs now. And so he was not only coming into the US illegally, but he was bringing some of the worst ways of thinking that they're looked down upon in other countries as well. And so he believed that he was able to get away with basically anything and just kind of have a free ride and also earn money in dollars and all this stuff. It's pretty pathetic. And you guys are going to see some newer pictures of him. Let's let him finish his strategy.
Invadir casas abandonadas, ya que me he buscado unos códigos con mis amigos africanos y me dijeron que ya llevan como 7 casas expropiadas. Y como dice el dicho, papi, hay que buscar la vuelta. Y la vuelta ahorita mismo es invadir casas, ya que nos encontramos en situación de calle Y es la única manera
No.
que tenemos
No.
para no vivir en la calle y no ser una...
Do they realize that we have veterans who are homeless, many Americans who are homeless, and this person is not only going to invade homes, but is encouraging other Venezuelans to also invade homes, and says that that'll be completely justified because we're coming from a harsh situation right now, and the US will be totally accepting of this since they want to support us. And I've talked to Venezuelans who are living here before, and they're just like, oh, well, you know, this is what needs to be done until our situation improves. And I don't understand how the US is going to fix their problems for them. It's kind of something that they need to handle. And now many Venezuelans, I saw a full flight, a deportation flight full of Venezuelans returning to their country. And now it seems like maybe they will be able to fix their country because the US, like, they can't do it for them. And that's why a lot of Americans love Trump's mentality of putting America first.
Carga pública. Capichi, la ley dice que las casas abandonadas, deterioradas.
The law says that houses that are abandoned and in bad conditions can be taken over. I mean, there are proper ways of acquiring a house that has been abandoned. And if people haven't paid the taxes on them, then you can go to auction. You can buy the liens for the next 3 years on that property, or you can buy the deed if it is in a deed state. Not all states are deed states, but you actually have to have a US bank account. And I'm pretty sure you actually need to be a citizen in order to participate in these auctions to acquire houses that way. It's not like you just break in through the window, sleep there, and then the house is yours. That is not true. That's not right. And I don't know where this guy is getting his information from, but there have been so many immigration lawyers who want to go on TikTok and give advice to people who are coming to this country illegally and trying to promote their services that way. And that's why these people think that they're so knowledgeable about what the laws are in the United States. And it's obvious that they're not coming here the correct way, or else they would actually know what our laws are. The fact that he was so arrogant about being here illegally is pretty wild. This is the flight I was talking about, and a lot of people are talking about how they want to pretend that American citizens are being deported. But yet on this deportation flight, do you guys see any Americans here? Let me know. You know, I would really even argue that seeking asylum, right? It means that your life is in danger. And many times in the legal process, you need to give proof that your life is in danger. I once heard of an American who married a Peruvian girl, and they were trying to prove that their lives were in danger to be able to expedite their case. And so they sent them text messages with guns and them literally threatening them. This is an American, by the way. And our government said, oh no, that's not proof enough. And so they didn't even let the American be able to come back into the US with their spouse fast enough. Instead, he just has to wait because he couldn't actually prove it. But yet, on the other side of things, we had so many people seeking asylum here, yet never proved in any way, shape, or form that their lives were in danger. So now we see all of these people on a deportation flight back, and they're smiling, they look happy, they actually look excited, and I mean, they don't look like they're fearful. They look happy to go to Venezuela or the places that they are going. So it just is pretty messed up that people were abusing our asylum system. So here is Leonel. He is now going back. His hair has grown out. I thought that he was just like permanently bald, but he actually has quite a lot of hair. And it's funny because it almost doesn't look like him, but when you look at the face, it is.
Pero sí llegó en este vuelo, en este asiento.
Sí, venía en el listado de los que estaban allí y pasa por el mismo procedimiento. Ahora,
there's our guy.
Con ese caballero mucha gente estaba disgustada de los que venían en el vuelo.
That means whoever owned those houses, you can have them back now that Leonel's not in there.
De ser delincuente. Muchos de los que estaban allí venían bravos. Desde el primer momento hubo que
I mean, in some ways, it's unfortunate. Not for Leonel. Leonel is a special case. He was very arrogant. For the other people, not the criminals, of course, but for people who have come here illegally, thinking that it was okay and the U.S. wanted to help them, and we felt an obligation to help them and house them and feed them and everything. It's unfortunate because they were lied to and they were told that they were welcomed here. They were told to come. And it's just kind of sad because the Biden administration lied to them and they just did such a terrible job. And I'm just happy that our new administration is putting things back in order and that people like Leonel can go to their home countries and make it right, make their countries good, make it safe and everything like that, so they can be happy and they can be united with their family and at the same time enjoy their culture, their food, and all of their customs, you know? And so that is kind of my opinion on the whole thing. I'm not sad to see Leonel go. This is a huge win for America. Please make sure that you're subscribed. I'll see you next time. Bye.